I met Sarah 4 years ago at a tech conference in Austin. She was smart, confident, and beautiful. The kind of woman who walks into a room and makes it feel like a movie scene. I fell hard. We dated for almost 3 years before I proposed. She said yes, crying, and hugging me like I was the love of her life. The first couple of months after the engagement were magical. Planning the wedding, looking at homes, and dreaming about kids. But about 6 weeks before the big day, things started feeling off. She became super secretive with her phone, would step outside for certain calls. When I asked who it was, she'd say, "Just work stress, babe." One night, while she was asleep, her phone buzzed nonstop. I never snoop, I really don't, but something inside me said, check. It was a thread of messages from a contact saved as L. But the messages? When are you going to tell him? I'm tired of lying. Our daughter asks about you every day. Daughter? My stomach dropped. I copied the number and called it from a different phone. The next day, a man picked up. He said, "Look, I'm her husband. We've been separated on and off, but she still lives here half the time. You must be the guy she's marrying next month, huh?" I didn't speak. I couldn't. She wasn't just hiding something. She was living 2 lives, with 2 men and a child. I thought about confronting her, canceling the wedding. But then I thought, why let her off the hook that easy? So I planned the wedding like nothing had happened. I invited her friend, her husband, and even paid for his flight. I told him everything. He agreed to come. The wedding day arrived. She looked radiant, like an angel in her white dress. We stood at the altar, and when the officiant asked, "If anyone here objects," her husband stood up, walked straight to the front, held up a marriage certificate. She's already married. That's my wife. And we have a daughter. Ask her about Lily. The crowd gasped. She collapsed on the spot. Turns out she had been using both of us, financially and emotionally, and was planning to ghost him after the wedding. She told him I was just a business partner, and told me he was her ex who wouldn't move on. I walked away, tore off the boutonniere. The guests whispered. The priest didn't even know what to say. But I felt peace. I finally had the truth, and I wasn't going to marry a lie. After the wedding chaos, everything moved in slow motion. Guests left in silence. Some stared at me with pity, others with disbelief. The photographer didn't know whether to delete the photos or keep them for evidence. I sat alone in what was supposed to be our honeymoon suite, a room filled with rose petals and champagne, staring at the tux I had picked out months ago. All I could think was, how did I miss this? I had trusted her. I had given her my heart. I had planned a future. I even bought a little onesie that said, "Future Coder," because we joked our first kid would be a software engineer like me. But I wasn't just angry at her. I was angry at me for being blind, for ignoring the red flags, like the time she refused to let me meet her family, or how she always changed the subject when I talked about having kids. That night, I opened her laptop. She had left it behind in the rush. I found folders, emails, even photos of her and her husband, recent ones, with their little girl, Lily. They looked like a perfect family. What broke me wasn't the betrayal. It was the fact that she kept a lie going for years, even while saying, "I love you" every single day. Over the next few weeks, the story went viral. Her husband posted about it online. So, did I? Turns out, I wasn't the first guy she'd done this to. There were 2 others, one in Dallas, another in Denver. Both swindled. She had a history of using men for money, housing, or emotional support when her real marriage hit the rocks. But this time, her luck ran out. She lost her job. Her company couldn't handle the PR mess. Her husband filed for full custody of Lily. And me? I took time off work, got therapy, started volunteering with a local youth mentoring program to find meaning again. It's been a year since that day. I'm healing. I trust more carefully now. But I'm not closed off. I still believe in love. Just not with someone who wears masks. A few months ago, I got a letter. No return address. Just my name. Inside was a photo of Lily, hand-drawn with the words, "My mommy says sorry." I stared at it for hours. Not angry, not sad, just empty. She didn't sign it. I never replied. I stared at the drawing for hours that night. Lily's crayon handwriting, the shaky lines, the lopsided heart next to, "My mommy says sorry." It wasn't just a drawing. It was an apology wrapped in innocence. I didn't know if she sent it on her own or if her mom asked her to, but one thing was clear. Someone still remembered me. For a moment, I thought about replying. Just one sentence. Something like, "Tell her I hope she gets the help she needs." But I didn't. I folded the letter gently, placed it in a box labeled lessons. Not memories, not regrets, just lessons. Because that's what this was. Not a failed love story, not just betrayal, but a reminder that trust is sacred, that people wear masks, that love without truth is a beautifully decorated lie. And maybe, just maybe, that little girl deserves better too. Maybe one day she'll grow up, find the truth, and choose to break the cycle. As for me, I'm not broken. I'm just rebuilt, stronger, wiser, and a little more guarded. But my heart's still open, because the right person won't need to lie to be loved. The end. If you are new to this channel, then please subscribe. We will see you in next one.